Hi, everyone. I'm David Aragona, and I'm going to take an in-depth look at my TimeformUS Highlight Horse on Friday at Aqueduct. You might be familiar with my Highlight Horses that I do every day at the NYRA tracks. They're available in writing on drf.com as well as the TimeformUS blog. But I'm going to start taking a look in video series at those horses and show some replays and how you can use TimeformUS PPs to assess these horses' chances. So I want to start by taking a look at the 7th race on Friday, and we'll view the pace projector for this race because I think pace is an important point of discussion. You see two horses predicted to be on the lead. Those are the number 4 Jump Ruler and the number 6 Face It. But I think you also want to note that the number 3 DJ's Favorite and the number 1 Tanya's Gem, who are predicted to be right behind them, if you look at those horses' past performances, they're also horses that prefer to be up close to the pace. So I think this is a pace, while it's not predicted to be a fast pace, you don't see that red bar above the horses' chicklets. It is a pace that could feature horses that do want to be forwardly placed. It could be at least contested. So I think we're going to get an honest clip up front in this race, which could set it up for the number 5 horse, Crimson Frost. It's not really my style to highlight a horse that I think is going to be the favorite in the race, and I do believe Crimson Frost is probably going to be the favorite. But I think this is a situation where we just have a horse who's found the right spot, and she just makes the most sense and is far and away the most likely winner. Taking a look at Crimson Frost's recent past performances, I think she's a horse that just fits this race very well. I know she didn't have a top performance last time when she was running against some better fillies in the ladies, but I think she had a real excuse for that effort. First of all, just looking on the left-hand side of the PPs, you see that 113 race rating. That indicates that that was a pretty tough spot, tougher than the race that she's facing, in the field that she's facing today. And also, 1 mile and an eighth around 2 turns is just a little too far for her. She's a filly that really prefers to go a 1-turn mile. If you look at her career statistics, she's been in the money, or rather in the exacta, 6 out of 9 times going a mile, and she's just 1 for 9 in the exacta at other distances. So I think the 1-turn mile is really where she's best, and that's the last win that she accomplished back on December 7th. And we can take a look at the replay for that race. She earned a 109 TimeformUS speed figure for this performance, and she's actually beating one of today's rivals, Jump Ruler, who's in the pink silks there currently on the lead. Crimson Frost runs her best races when she can get a little bit of pace ahead of her and when she can make this outside run and pass horses in the lane. She never got that opportunity last time in the ladies when Junior Alvarado kind of stuck her inside and behind horses the entire way. She really didn't get out into the clear running until very late in the stretch, and that's just not going to be the path to success for her. She got the right trip in the race we're viewing here, and I think she's going to get that same trip in this 7th race on Friday at Aqueduct. So I made her 8-5 on the morning line. I think that would even be generous because I believe she is the most likely winner of this race. Taking a look at her 2 main rivals, who should also take some money, that's the number 4 Jump Ruler, who was coming out of that same race. That's actually 2 back for Jump Ruler. She came back with another solid performance last time, earning a 110 TimeformUS speed figure behind Miss Mimosa. But some things about that race that I don't really like. You see those blue color-coded pace figures in the PPs. That indicates the Jump Ruler was up close to a pace that was pretty soft, and it really favored horses up towards the front. Miss Mimosa, who won that race, while she earned a respectable speed figure, she came back and just did not run well against Stakes Company in her next start. So that cast some doubt on that figure for me overall. And DJ's Favorite, who was also in this race, just isn't really at that same class level. So I feel like Jump Ruler's PPs make her seem like a little bit better than she is, and I believe Crimson Frost is just the classier horse overall. Another horse that's going to take a little bit of money in this race that I'm just totally against is the number 6 horse, Face It. I made her the 3rd choice on the morning line, but I really don't see her being a contender in this race. She was a heavy favorite when she went to Laurel for the Nellie Moore Stakes last time and just completely bombed. In my opinion, she was really exposed that day. I know her prior speed figures of 109 and 107 seemed to make her competitive, but those figures were earned against woefully weak competition. That race 2 back where she earned the 109 against Harkness and Peaches and Spice. A bunch of horses have come out of that race to run significantly worse than the recent starts. So I believe Face It is overmatched against this group, and she's going to have to deal with Jump Ruler on the lead as the pace projector showed. So I'm totally against her. I just think these horses are going to go out to the front, try to secure the lead, and they're just going to set it up for the number 5 Crimson Frost, who is my highlight horse for the 7th race on Friday at Aqueduct. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you again next week for another highlight horse.